Hello and welcome to Computology Academy. Today we are going to discuss the question from modern India that was asked in JPSC 2016, यानी कि 6th JPSC that mains was in 2019. So in the mains paper from the modern history there was a question of the weightage of 40 marks, and today we will discuss that so that we will get an insight about what kind of question may be asked in the next JPSC mains examination. So here the question was critically examine the role of India in liberation of Bangladesh. So here the keywords are first critically examine, thereafter India and Bangladesh, liberation of Bangladesh. So here there were various factors because of which India intervened into the internal matter of other country, and we will discuss what were the situations, what were the conditions, how India was suffering and what India did achieved while liberating Bangladesh. So here in the introduction, first point will be why India intervened, or you should mention about when Bangladesh was liberated 1971. What was the internal condition or internal situation of then East Pakistan? So this will be your introduction, and thereafter you should raise a question in the mind of examiner itself, and it is not a different thing. Many students do that and it will provide a good start to your answer. And what should be your question? Whether it was real politic or altruism, यानी कि ये एक राजनीतिक कदम था इंडिया की तरफ से, और इट वाज एन अल्ट्रुइज्म या सिंपली एक फिलैंथ्रोपी था, एक मतलब कि कोई भी मतलब नहीं है, जस्ट किसी की मदद कर रहे हैं, उससे हमारा अपना कोई हित नहीं है। तो ये क्वेश्चन रेज करना है आप लोगों को. दिस क्वेश्चन शुड बी रेज्ड विद इन द इंट्रोडक्शन इटसेल्फ, एंड देयर आफ्टर यू हैव टू जस्टिफाई or to analyze which of these two aspects was there while India was involved in liberating Bangladesh. So now in the body part there will also be two parts. First part will be what India did. इसमें थोड़ा सा आप लोग चेंजेस भी कर सकते हैं, सबकी राइटिंग स्किल अलग होती है, सबका अप्रोच अलग होता है. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स क्या होते हैं कि वो बुलेट फॉर्म्स में लिखेंगे, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स पैराग्राफ फॉर्म में पूरा लिखेंगे, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन में भी आंसर लिख देते हैं, एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट रॉन्ग. इनफैक्ट पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन में इवेल्युएटर को बहुत जल्दी ही सब कुछ समझ में आ जाता है कि आप कहना क्या चाहते हो, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू से, what do you want to convey from your answer, and in that case it becomes an easy work to evaluate your answer sheet for the evaluator. और दूसरे को आप थोड़ा आराम देंगे, then definitely he will be happy with you and he will provide you good marks. So same is the situation here. So in first part we discuss about what India did. So India intervened in the internal matter of a country. So there was Pakistan as a whole that was divided into East Pakistan and West Pakistan, and here there was a convention, international convention, that India violated to not to interfere in any internal matter of any country. This is against the sovereignty of any country. So the sovereignty of Pakistan was violated by India. Definitely India was facing problem because of the situation which was going on in East Pakistan. Since independence itself, what was happening, the West Pakistan people considered inferior the East Pakistan population. They were not being provided the adequate representation in the political system of Pakistan. And in 1970, when Awami League won the majority, then at that time what happened, the West Pakistan political leaders were not willing to part with the authority which they were wielding with. वो लोग ये चाहते ही नहीं थे कि आवामी लीग सरकार बनाए. Although Awami League was having the majority in the Pakistani parliament after the election of 1970, तो यहाँ पर मेन रोल था भुट्टो का, बेनजीर भुट्टो नहीं, उनके फादर जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो. तो he was the major person who created such situation because they were considering the Bengali language speaking Muslims as इंफीरियर मुस्लिम्स. बहुत सारी बार आपने ये टर्म सुना होगा मुजाहिद. तो ये वही चीज थी, यहाँ पर सिचुएशन यही था. तो इसके कारण यहाँ पर इंटरनल सिचुएशन जो थी खराब थी. अनरेस्ट वाज देयर. मुक्ति वाहिनी वाज फॉर्म्ड देयर. मुक्ति वाहिनी वाज बेसिकली अ गुरिल्ला वारफेयर ग्रुप and they were being trained by the Indian intelligence agencies, and they were also being provided with the arms and ammunitions to fight against the Pakistani army. And this was done deliberately by the Indian intelligence agency so that the Pakistani army will be weakened beforehand, before Indian army go on to attack on East Pakistan. So this was the situation, and India also did what? India departed from its non-alignment approach. Non-alignment movement के founding members में एक India भी था. But what happened? After the death of Nehru, Indira Gandhi, watching the situation of East Pakistan and the chaos which was there within India, and what kind of chaos was there? Due to the unrest in Bangladesh, the refugees were entering India. And what was happening? Refugees were entering Meghalaya, Tripura, Assam and West Bengal. And in this region, western part of Bangladesh, that is West Bengal, when the people or the refugees were entering Bangladesh, then they were also going on to move towards Bihar, and even they had reached up till eastern UP. So this was the situation, and there were about 1 crore refugees in India, and this was becoming a very explosive situation in India also, because there was persecution of the people who were following the religion other than Muslims, like Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, Buddhists, Christians. All the religious people except from Muslim were being persecuted in Bangladesh by the people who were following the orders of West Pakistan. And this was the situation because the Awami League was having the support of the people across the religious lines, and the West Pakistan leaders didn't wanted that the Awami League should be in power, and that's why they didn't offered Awami League or the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who was the leader of Awami League, to form the government in Pakistan. So this became an explosive situation, and because of which India was also facing problems. There was a refugee crisis within the Indian states, and the Indian people were resenting the situation, resenting the condition of the Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, etc., who were being persecuted in Bangladesh. And that's why they were creating the pressure on Indian government to take action against the Pakistani army. That was the main perpetrator. Pakistani army has been used time and again by the Pakistani government, और say it that पाकिस्तान में गवर्नमेंट की चलती कहाँ है, पाकिस्तानी आर्मी ही गवर्नमेंट है। जब वो चाहते हैं, जिसे चाहते हैं गवर्नमेंट में बिठा देते हैं, जब चाहते हैं कू कर देते हैं, मिलिट्री रूल लागू हो जाती है। सो दिस इज द सिचुएशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान। पाकिस्तान इज नॉट फॉलोइंग अ ट्रू डेमोक्रेसी। उनकी जो डेमोक्रेसी है दैट इज पेंटेड डेमोक्रेसी, क्योंकि वहां पर पाकिस्तान की आर्मी डिसाइड करती है। बताइए आप ही कि बाजवा का टर्म 3 साल के लिए एक्सटेंड कर दिया गया, एक्सटेंशन भी सीधा 3 साल का, बिकॉज बाजवा वांट्स टू बी इन पावर। बाजवा इज डिसाइडिंग द पॉलिटिकल क्वेश्चंस आल्सो ऑफ पाकिस्तान, एंड दैट वाज द सिचुएशन इवन एट दैट टाइम। जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो को भी वहां पर प्रोसिक्यूट कर दिया गया था आफ्टर द शिमला पैक्ट। जब 1972 में शिमला अग्रीमेंट हुआ, उसके बाद जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो वाज आल्सो जेल्ड, he was also prosecuted in the court of law and thereafter he was hanged till death। तो ये चीजें वहां पर सिचुएशन थी। So what did India wanted to achieve? The second part of the body will be what did India wanted to achieve from this liberation movement of Bangladesh while interfering in the internal matter of Pakistan? So first and the foremost thing was that negating the communal threat. And why this was the situation? Most of the people, 90% of the people who entered into India from Bangladesh, they settled within the border regions of India Bangladesh, and in the border region, due to the partition, the maximum people who were residing in the border region of India and Bangladesh were Muslims, and the refugees who were coming to India, they were all the religions other than the Muslims. So basically here the situation was not good for the Muslims even or for the refugees, and it was becoming an explosive situation within India, and that may have created a communal threat, a communal violence situation, right situation may have occurred there। तो इंडिया खुद ब खुद वहां पर बहुत हद तक कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश कर रहा था, एंड दिस वाज बिकॉज कि यहाँ पर कहीं भी देखिए कि रिसोर्सेज कोई नहीं शेयर करना चाहता है। Nobody wants to share the resources, and the Muslims were the people who were residing in the border region. They were enjoying all the resources of that region, and after the accumulation of the refugees from Bangladesh within the border region, the resources were getting shared with them, एंड वहाँ पर एक रिसोर्स स्कार्सिटी की भी सिचुएशन हो गई थी, फूड की सिचुएशन क्रिएट हो गई थी, स्कार्सिटी की, वाटर की हो गई थी, बाहर से ग्रेन्स भेजने पड़ रहे थे, वहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट सप्लाईज जा रही थी। सो इट वाज अ वेरी एक्सप्लोसिव सिचुएशन, और अगर गवर्नमेंट वहाँ पर कंट्रोल नहीं करती, गवर्नमेंट वहाँ पर मैनेजमेंट नहीं करती, देन देयर माइट हैव बीन सम काइंड ऑफ कम्युनल राइट्स, एंड टू नेगेट दिस सिचुएशन इंडिया इंटरवीन्ड इनटू द मैटर ऑफ पाकिस्तान। सो यहाँ पर ये चीजें थी। दूसरी चीज क्या इंडिया अचीव करना चाहता था? इंडिया वांटेड टू नेगेट द इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट, एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट वाज देयर? मुक्ति वाहिनी। जो मुक्ति वाहिनी थी, दे वेर हैविंग द लिंकेजेस विद द माओइस्ट्स, एंड दे वेर वेल ट्रेंड इन गुरिल्ला वारफेयर, इवन they were trained by the Indian intelligence agencies itself, and they were supplied with the weapons also. And in case if the Awami League didn't came to power, if the Mukti Wahini would have been defeated, then they might also have entered India with the refugees, and this could have created an internal security threat to India. So India wanted to negate any kind of future internal security threat, so that the Mukti Wahini, the well-trained guerrilla warfare peoples, should not enter India, and for that they should have the conducive environment to reside within Bangladesh. So this was also a motive to achieve. Thereafter, preventing the sidelining of pro-Indian Awami League. शेख मुजीबुर रहमान और अवामी लीग के लीडर्स सभी के सभी प्रो इंडिया थे, एंड द बेसिक रीजन बिहाइंड दिस प्रो इंडिया स्टैंड ऑफ द Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and its leaders, Awami League leaders, was that they were having the language continuity. अगर हम लोग देखें मैप में इंडिया के, if we see at the map of India, then you will come to know that West Bengal is also a Bengali speaking region, Tripura is also a Bengali speaking region. In many parts of Assam also the Bengali is spoken. So there was a continuity of language within India, and because of that also Awami League was pro-India. And also the Indian government always supported the democracy, fair election and equal representation to all the elected peoples. So, because of this, India was always outspoken about the approach of Pakistan, and the political parties who were active in West Pakistan, and they were not giving the correct share of the pie in the political system of Pakistan to the leaders of East Pakistan and the Awami League and the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And because of this, India intervened. India wanted to achieve this also, and as the Awami League leaders and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the party as a whole was pro-India, so India was seeing it as a less threatening than the West Pakistan. The East Pakistan had existed till date, then there would have been a two-front war threat till the existence of East Pakistan. So India also wanted to negate, to eliminate this two war front situation for the future. So this was a foresightedness of the Indian leaders as well as our army chief, then army chief, say Sam Manekshaw. So this was also an motive that India wanted to achieve, and because of which India intervened into the liberation movement of Bangladesh. Next was the humiliating defeat by China in 1962, and this was an opportunity for India to wash this humiliation of the defeat of 1962. Because of this defeat, Indian stature had dipped too much in South Asian region. And after this war, 1971 war, Indian stature again achieved its height in South Asian region. It emerged as a South Asian power because India didn't considered even the threat from the USA. USA उस समय चाहता था कि पाकिस्तान किसी भी हालत में टूटे नहीं. And at that very time USA has even sent its warship. उसने अपनी पूरी फ्लीट, नेवल फ्लीट भेज दी थी. And that time India might have bended in front of the pressure of US, but what India did, India signed an agreement with Russia for 20 years. इंडिया ने अपनी फोरसाइटेडनेस दिखाते हुए जो सिचुएशन चल रही थी पाकिस्तान में, ईस्ट पाकिस्तान में स्पेशली, थ्रू देयर एनालिसिस एंड थ्रू देयर फोरसाइटेडनेस, इंडिया थॉट दैट कि यहाँ पे सिचुएशन कुछ ज़्यादा गड़बड़ हो सकती है, एंड इन फ्यूचर द वॉर इज इनएविटेबल विथ पाकिस्तान, एंड इन दैट सिचुएशन यूएसए विल इंटरवीन. यूएसए की तो आदत ही हर जगह पे फटे में टांग देने की, तो वो होना ही होना था. एंड देयर वाज ओनली वन वर्ल्ड पावर हु वुड हैव नेगेटेड द थ्रेट फ्रॉम द यूएसए, एंड दैट वाज यूएस, एंड दैट वाज यूएसएसआर. तो यहाँ पे इंडिया ने 20 इयर्स का फ्रेंडशिप एंड कोऑपरेशन पैक्ट साइन किया यूएसएसआर के साथ, एंड दिस वाज अ वेरी गुड स्टेप हेल्ड बाय द इंडियन सिटीजन्स ऑल्सो. तो ये 1970 में इंडिया ने 20 इयर्स के लिए साइन किया, एंड जब वारशिप वहाँ से निकली यूएस से, तो यूएसएसआर ने भी अपनी वॉरशिप्स भेज दी कि ठीक है हम तो आपके सपोर्ट में ही, नो इशूज। बट इंडिया ने स्टिल यहाँ पर प्लानिंग की अच्छे से, और जो वॉर है उसे विद इन 11 डेज खत्म कर दिया। मतलब कि जो हिस्टोरियंस कहते हैं कि इंडियन आर्मी रैन ओवर बांग्लादेश, दौड़ते हुए पार कर गए बांग्लादेश को, एंड दे रीच्ड ढाका विद इन 11 डेज। तो दैट वाज द सिचुएशन। तो ये सारी चीजें इंडिया अचीव करना चाहती थी, और यही अप्रोच रहना चाहिए आंसर राइटिंग का। दिस वुड बी योर अप्रोच while writing the answers. So practice the answer, practice different kind of questions, whether it is from UPSC, whether it is from BPSC, whether it is from JPSC earlier year questions। और इससे आप लोगों को फायदा ये मिलेगा कि आपके पास बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स ऑलरेडी वहां पर अवेलेबल रहेंगे, तो आपको वहां पर ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग में। You will pick up the pen and straight away you will start to write the answer। तो ये अप्रोच आप लोगों को पकड़कर चलना है। एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लिस्ट, ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज आर ऑलरेडी ऑन। You can visit our website to register for the online courses, and the courses are recorded, so you are not going to lose any session even if you register after some time। And the offline courses are already on, classes are going on। so यहाँ पर भी ये 7 अक्टूबर से ही चालू है, तो यहाँ पे 2 क्लासेस 2 सेशंस ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं। एंड दोज हु वांट टू रजिस्टर फॉर द कोर्सेस कैन विजिट आवर वेबसाइट और विजिट आवर ऑफलाइन ऑफिस ऑल्सो। and do follow us on our social media channels for various informations। this is our website link that is provided in the description below also। and do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos। thank you very much and have a nice day।